Hello everyone, it's Lindy from Stitchin' Lindy. I'm doing my first video of the new year, 2021, begone 2020. As much as we can't erase 2020, this is our new start. So this is also my 2 years of doing these videos. So it's an anniversary for us. I started out today, which today's actually the 2nd, my nephew's birthday. Happy birthday, Rye Guy. We have to give a big shout out to him. I'm starting today off with setting my week up. And I know I hate saying I'm waiting till Monday, but I am setting my week up starting this weekend and I'm going forward. So today is the 2nd, it's not the 1st. And today is Saturday. But I am getting everything prepared for myself for the week. I did my meal planning. I got my dinners all planned out. I'm about to go grocery shopping for the week. I'm also getting some soup prepped. I'm using up all the veggies that are sitting in my fridge. So I'm using those up. I'm making some cabbage soup for the week for me for lunches. It's just an easier option for me for lunches if I have a soup or a chili prepped. And I'm also prepping some boiled eggs so that I can make sure to have those on hand again as well. I am really liking my oatmeal in the morning, Kim's chocolate oatmeal. If you have not tried it, you need to. The recipe's all over my Facebook page. So if anybody hasn't tried it, check out Kim's oatmeal recipe. It's 3 points on blue. I'm pretty sure it is. I just continue to track it every morning. So I'm pretty sure it's 3 points though for the base. And then depending on what you add to it, but it's delicious. So yeah, my meal prep is pretty small now. I'm not going overboard on my meal preps anymore because I just found that it was a lot of a waste for a lot of the stuff. So my oatmeals I make daily whenever I do have it. I'm also not somebody that does like to have the same thing every day, so that's where the prep doesn't work for me. But the only thing I'm really prepping is my hard-boiled eggs because I can have those for breakfast or at lunches. And also another thing I wanted to say is that hard-boiled eggs, I know a lot of people boil them so that they have them for snacks. I can't just sit down and eat a hard-boiled egg. It has to be something like I'm making an egg salad with it or I'm having it with my breakfast. I can't just snack on a hard-boiled egg. So that's kind of another struggle that I do find that I have, is that I'm trying to find protein-packed snacks that are low in points as well for WW, but it's just something I've never been able to snack on. But I did see somebody make a bunch of deviled eggs, which at one point I was like, oh, I don't really know if I could have that. But if you have the hard-boiled eggs already prepped, you could just make one at a time. So that's something I might look into for even when I'm having like a snacky lunch or something, or even if I want to snack later at night, which I actually have been off of late night snacking. So I've been happy with that. I did order some of the new Built Bars, the new flavors that came out over the holidays. The white chocolate ones, and I still haven't tried them. I order them just because they're new flavors and I'm always like, I gotta try that new flavor, but I've actually kind of been off of the Built Bars, to be honest with you. It's not something that I've been craving. I haven't really been craving chocolate, so I don't feel like I need to have that as an alternative anymore, which is a great thing. So I don't need to work on that. I did start off today. I got up. Austin actually took the kids out to go show them around his work. So they're just having an outing day, which gives me a quiet day to get myself all prepped up. And I took my, I guess we can call them progress pictures, but they're my starting pictures, I'm calling them. It's the starting of a new year, so it's new starting pictures for me. So I took those and my measurements, and I am ready to go and rock 2021. Anybody else feeling prepared for this year? I haven't really felt motivated, but I feel like it's not that I have this huge drive in my head saying, let's do this. It's just, I know I need to do this, and I know it's there, and I just know that I'm ready to do this, and I will. So that's kind of where my mental aspect is right now. So a lot of people, I had to rejoin actually, because my membership, I canceled my membership with Austin because he was not using it. So I was not going to pay for a dual membership when it's not being used. So I canceled that and just joined up for digital only. So I'm not doing meetings. I found I was missing so many Zoom meetings. As much as I do love them and I do get a lot out of them, in-person meetings, it's just what I need. So if the in-person is not available, and at one point it was just way too hard to even try to schedule to get in there, it's kind of a waste for me. So I get a lot out of digital. I do the community itself, the crafting groups. The crafting groups are what I've actually been sharing in a lot more than anything lately, because I've been so busy with my crocheting. So there's so many different aspects. It's a whole community within WW. So take advantage of all the aspects of the app. I actually would like to do an updated how to use the app for Apple users, because the previous video that I did do on it is kind of outdated, but a lot of people really liked it. So I might do that as well. And be prepared. I'm going to do some recipe videos. I know I keep saying this, but I haven't had time over the last while. It's been so busy, but I need to get back in the kitchen and sharing some videos of recipes that I'm finding, because Austin's trying to eat vegan again. I can't do it. I need meat, unfortunately, in my life. So, he feels healthier, so I'm fully supporting him. Unfortunately, some meals at night, I will be making 2 meals. So it's like I have another child again, but I am making him vegan meals and myself WW friendly meals. So we are trying new recipes. I'm trying to find at least 1 new recipe a week and 1 fully vegan meal a week for me and Austin to have together. But there's a few this week that I am making 2 dinners. So I'm fine with it, because vegan meals are actually very minimal to prep, and there's nothing that you have to have out in advance to prepare it. So it's not all that bad. Eventually I will get to the point where I will eat more vegan meals myself, but meatloaf and shepherd's pie, I can't change for myself. I changed it up with getting rid of the potato and having cauliflower rice on top. So that's probably as much as I can change. I need meat. So I'm not, how do I word this? I am not educated enough on knowing what is protein packed to fill me enough so that I'm satisfied and I will not want to binge or crave afterwards, because I will go, even just a pasta meal, I'm still wanting more afterwards. So, and I don't want to fill myself up on starch, and we've been having way too much over the holidays. So it's not like we've been eating really badly. It's just, we're bringing back things that we had cut out, and it's just kind of derailing my progress. So I need to get back on track. He's getting back on track with slowly getting to 100% vegan. I can't, so we will be a mixed household. We'll see how it goes, but I'm definitely supporting him. He supports me on my WW journey. He couldn't do the tracking, so that's why he couldn't use the app. He's not one to sit down and track, unfortunately, because I know that he would have succeeded if he did. But I have to focus on my journey. He can do what he feels is best for him. We have to work on ourselves. So that is something I'm taking away from 2020, is that I know that I have to work on myself. I have to do what is going to work best for me. And I can't focus on worrying about if other people are doing certain things, or if other people are tracking or eating this way. I can't worry about them, because then my focus is being taken off of my journey. and I can't do that. Clearly, my focus has been taken off of my journey for the last year and a half, and I need to get back on track. So I know that I felt the best that I've ever felt when I first started WW, and all I was doing was tracking. That's the 100% tracking. You eat the way that you're eating and you track, and you go from there. Start with day one of tracking how you're eating today. I don't care if you started with leftover Chinese food from New Year's. I did not today. By the way, Jenny, I did not have any leftover Chinese food from New Year's. But I did have bread for breakfast. Where normally I would say, man, I wanted to cut out that starch, but I'm tracking that today is day one. And actually, I forgot to bring my book down. Jenny got me an old school, it's a new book, but it's old school tracking way. And it's a journal, which has 3 months of tracking in it. You track in it, you journal it, you count your points in it. It's old school paper tracking. And when I looked in that book, I love it because all I see is a challenge. That's now my new challenge, is tracking for 30 days. So today is number 1, and I am going to be paper tracking and tracking on WW. I still have my MyFitnessPal. Most of you know that I was tracking calories just before Christmas. It was not hard, and I actually found that for me, the hardest thing was actually getting over 1,000 calories a day. Apparently, when I'm eating clean, I am not eating 1,000 calories a day. So that was the hardest thing for me. So I know now that I need to look into incorporating more nuts and more seeds, more good fats, avocados. I want to start incorporating more of those into my daily food because I do need to up that. As much as it's good to have that caloric deficit, at the same time, I see that I'm not getting enough intake. So I need to look at certain things of where I can incorporate more. Even though they are higher in points, it's better for me. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on now. And I just found that when I was tracking on WW and MyFitnessPal app, it was an overload. It was too much. So even though I am tracking on 2 different things with the paper tracking and WW, it's the same thing. So it's not like it's going to be too much. And if I find that I can't do the paper tracking throughout the day, I know that I'm still going to be tracking on my WW, and then at nighttime I can sit down and track in my paper journal at nighttime and just copy it from my WW. So that is my plan. I'm going to give myself 3 months, sorry, not 30 days, 3 months of paper tracking. And that is what my goal is starting today. So that is my mini goal starting today. Also, I wanted to make mention to most people, if you haven't noticed, on the MyWW app in your notification settings, you can actually set it to set reminders of to wake up, to go to bed. Actually, I think it might just be go to bed on WW. You can set notifications of reminding yourself to weigh in, which I don't know if most of you do, but I am lately losing track of the days. So I set my reminder for 7 a.m. on Thursdays because I'm back to my weigh-ins on Thursdays, which was my original weigh-in, and I felt the most prepared was with Thursdays. I did try to do it on Mondays because then that way it kind of held me accountable on the weekend. But then I just found that it threw me off too much, and I find that Thursdays works best for me. So we all know that I want to say 90% of this journey for myself is all mindset, and you have to figure out what's going to work best for you regarding your mindset. You need to find that out yourself. So I found out trial and error, and I highly, highly recommend trying different things. Try different days of the week as your weigh-ins. Try different meal planning, different tracking ways, different things. There's so many different ways that people can have this healthy journey. And I actually just had a conversation regarding that a lot of people that are on my Facebook page, which I always have it at the bottom, Stitch and Lindy's Weight Loss Journey is on Facebook. I share recipes, I share my videos, I share my daily food journals, I share so much, water reminders, and I encourage everybody on that page to also share their own as well. We can all help each other, sharing foods that we eat, sharing different knowledge, different tips, different ways that you stay on track. It helps everybody and gives everybody new ideas of what they can and what might work for them differently. So I encourage it. I highly encourage it. And another part of my page is that it's not all WW members. There's a lot of people on keto. There's a lot of people that are doing caloric deficit, intermittent fasting, just being on a healthy journey themselves, just trying to try new things or being more mindful. Even just weighing themselves weekly, that's something new for some people. So it's all different. Every single person's journey is different. And my page is not only WW. I encourage everybody. And I don't want people to shy away from thinking, oh, people are going to hate on what you're doing. There was a lot of people saying stuff against people eating keto. That might work for somebody, that might not work for other people. You have to do what's going to work for yourself. And I don't put up with any negativity on my page. If somebody is belittling others on the page for sharing a picture with no shirt on or sharing progress pictures in your underwear, that's not up to you to make that judgment. That's what is making them feel comfortable. And another thing is that being mindful to others while on this journey. Every single one of us is on our own path to being healthier. And like I said, 90%, especially for myself, is mindset. And the smallest thing can throw us off. If I'm sharing what I'm doing, even if I'm struggling and I'm sharing what I'm doing that's keeping me somewhat on track, and somebody doesn't praise me for that, I get thrown off. If I share what I eat and somebody says you're eating too little or you're eating too less, that throws me off. There's so many things within our journeys that can throw people off. So everybody needs to kind of be mindful and kind of sit back and think, man, this person must have been putting in this much work to do these things, or these tips help them. But this small thing of not saying you're doing great or not cheering somebody on, or different ways of wording things, it can just throw people off so much. So we just got to kind of sit back and think to ourselves and kind of everybody's on a different path. Nobody knows what other people are going through. Nobody knows what's going on in people's lives, especially nowadays. So we just kind of got to be mindful to each other. I've said it multiple times when I started WW. It was always the corny, yay, you drank 8 glasses of water today, or yay, you lost 0.2 of a pound, or yay, you maintained. The thing is that a lot of this journey is that it's a word game at the same time. Instead of saying I'm eating out or it's a cheat day, we're saying it's a treat day. Not a cheat day, it's a treat day, because you're treating yourself for being good throughout the week. Or I didn't lose weight. No, you maintained, which is bigger than losing in my books. It's a very big mind game, a word game, and you just have to find what is going to work for you. So just be mindful to everybody. Cheer, do that corny cheer for everybody, no matter how small it is, no matter if somebody gained weight, but they're getting back on track. There's always something that you kind of got to look back on and say, I don't know what they're going through. So that's where I need to work on that throughout the year as well myself. So make sure to cheer on your neighbor, make sure to cheer on your friends. The smallest thing that they do is probably the biggest step that they've made all year. So make sure to encourage your friends, encourage your family, encourage everybody to just be the best that they can be for this year. So that's what I want to work on this year. That's what I want to encourage. I'm going to make sure that I save my crocheting to nighttime. That is what I'm working on this week or this year. And also another thing in your, where your notifications are in your settings on WW is you can set small goals. So I have set my first small goal of the year, and you can change your goals multiple times at any time. You can change your goals. That's also in MyFitnessPal if anybody's using that as well. A lot of people are talking about using different apps on how to track. Different apps that you can use, different platforms that can help people. There's a lot of people that are not on WW, which is fine. Everybody's journey is totally different. So I'm using my WW Weight Watchers. And actually, if anybody is interested in joining, I always do share my referral link below. If you tap the, there's an arrow button that drops down the description of this video. My referral link is always there. And if you sign up, you get the current deal, plus you get 1 month free and I get 1 month free. So it's both of us benefit from it, added onto your account. So, but there's so many different, apps that people can use. There's MyFitnessPal app, which is great for tracking calories. You can sync your Apple Watches, your Fitbit watches. You can manually track any exercise that you do on it. There's so many recipes on it. There's also iTrackBites, which has many different programs. It actually is almost exact to WW, the way that the tracking is, depending on what thing you say at the start when you first set up your profile of what you're wanting to monitor. So there's many different apps out there. There's I think it's Nom or Noom. I can never know how that's pronounced, but a lot of people love that one as well. There's just so many different options that are out there to help other people. If you can't afford a membership like WW, there's many different free things, but WW actually is ending today. Their promotion that they have on, it's 50% off. I signed back up for just digital while the meetings are not on, and I'm getting it for I think it's $13.50 a month. So it's very affordable. If you share your links or you sign up with me, again, you get a free month. And the iTrackBites, you can use just the free option. There is a pro option that you can sign up on. MyFitnessPal also has a premium option as well, but it is a free app that you can use without signing up as well. So many different options that you can use, but I don't want to get into pushing different things. I just want to share that there is a lot of options out there that other people can use. And if you don't want to track, you don't have to. I do definitely highly recommend tracking, even if you're tracking just on paper, saying this is what I ate, and then looking back and saying it, because it makes you so much more mindful. And the biggest thing about it is being mindful of what you're actually putting in your body, when you're eating, how much you're eating. It's really helpful to look back and say, okay, I can change this, or this was good, or I could add this to kind of boost it up. So I know myself, I need to add more nuts, seeds, healthy fats. I know now that I need to eliminate dairy out of my, well, most dairy. Soft cheeses are still fine, and eggs have been fine so far. Almond milk is the only milk that I unfortunately can drink now, as much I do love it. But I do love regular milk as well. But cottage cheese is no, it's cut out 100%. So I know that I can't have that. I also actually had some white chocolate over the holidays, and instantly I felt a headache coming on. So it's kind of just playing with what you feel is better for you in your diet and what's not. This is a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. We want to make healthy changes within our lifestyle of eating, exercise, routine, everything that you can think of. We need to make these healthy changes. And if cutting out white bread is something that will help you in the long run, why not? If adding more seeds and nuts, why not? Going for an extra walk a day, why not? I have my treadmill in my bedroom now, so I'm going to get back at that. As much as I don't like this snow. I do love the winter. It's pretty, but I miss my warm walks going out. I miss the sunlight, staying out longer. So that is something I need to work on, is getting back to my walks. So my treadmill is getting in use, and also my Leslie Sanson videos. If anybody hasn't checked out those, Leslie Sanson on YouTube, she has so many different videos of just walking. There's quick 15-minute videos. There's quick half-hour videos. There's so many different multiple ones that you can do. I know the park runs have not been on during COVID, but you can actually still log your time. So you can go and do the runs where your regular park runs are, and then just submit in your times. So that's another way that you can do it. So many different ways that we can still get exercise in. There's so many different people that are doing stuff online, having virtual workouts. I actually got my exercise step for Christmas, so I'm excited to find that. If anybody does the exercise step, I'm pretty sure the WW Gays are still doing their step. I don't know if a body deals with the step. I can't remember. But anybody have some good workouts with the exercise step that you guys want to recommend, let me know, because I really want to get into that. And I do have my kettlebells. I want to start doing my kettlebell workouts again. Austin actually got me a 10-pound kettlebell, so I've only ever used the 5-pound. So I'm excited to work my way up to the 10 pounds. So a lot of stuff that I have that can get me back in gear, back on track, back to exercising, and I just have to put it in motion. So that is what I'm working on this year. Yeah, I'm excited to start off this year. It's not that I have I'm ready to go. It's just I can feel I do have that determination to do what I know I need to do. So I've set my first goal for the year to do my 3 months, I keep saying 30 days, 3 months of paper tracking along with my WW tracking, as well as I am setting my first mini goal to get back into Wonderland, because I did not achieve it over the holidays. So I am starting with that. My first mini goal is to get back into Wonderland, back into the 100s, if anyone doesn't know what Wonderland is. So that is my first mini goal. As of right now, I have 13 pounds to go to achieve that. So that is my first mini goal. Maybe what I'll do is I'll set the 3 months for my first mini goal. So my goal is by I guess it would be April 1st. That would put us to the 4th month, right? No, March 1st. So March 1st, I want to be in Wonderland, and I want to have my 3 months of tracking on paper done. So that is my goal. I'm setting that in motion now. What's your goal? What are you working on? Do you have any mini goals? I am changing my weight in my WW to my first mini goal for my goal weight. So that is what I'm going to do. And then I will change it after that. So here is to the best year yet. Unfortunately, what our year is and what have we been set up to have is our new normal. So we have to work with it. We can't say we're waiting for this to pass, because it's not going away anytime soon, unfortunately. So we are working with our new norm. This is what we have to work with. And let's just find creative ways to do what we need to do to get back in shape, get back to a healthier us, and get back on track. So as always, if anybody would like to follow me on WW, my handle is Stitch and Lindy, and on Facebook, if you'd like to join my Facebook group, which is not just WW, it's all kinds of healthy living, Stitch and Lindy's weight loss journey. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, a great New Year, and we are about to have the best year of our lives, 2021. Let's knock this out of the park. Thanks, guys.